Oye! Good day, good evening, good morning, whatever it may be on your time today. It's your mother, Trina Christine Mason, for those of you who don't know. I'm here to show love and understanding, and the intention here is to change the world, to be as one and to create a deeper understanding. Are you ready? I like to incorporate sounds. Yes, we have you, Dang George, here, adding extra loving energy. Now to continue, this video is for the purpose of teaching, loving, assisting, and generating awareness. True income of infinite wisdom. The true value. Now, also for those who don't know, I love to put on a show. And I love to play. So if you're not into that sort of thing, I encourage you to run away. Now there's many names to the sound I'm playing with. In some level, it's of no importance. It is only of importance because we have put a value upon this thing that is truly priceless. Kind of like our lives. Sometimes the way that we invest in ourselves and each other aren't of the best nature, and just, as one might say, just ain't natural. Some of you may not be patient enough to allow me to catch my breath. As stated before, my breath is like music to some, much like my voice, much like my time and my energy, a blessing to some, to few, who I am lucky. And others would call me a poison, or an enemy, or disharmony, and would turn away and turn me off. Now back to the sounds. It's not easy to state what is stepping through for me to translate to you. And it has a lot to do with your resources and what you're considering valuable to you. Do you not know the value of life? The value of time and energy? Do you not know the true value of life? That's what I say, George. Oh, that was so funny. As you can see, I'm very unscripted and naturally me, aside from the cosmetics. And yes, the intention of dressing the self to feel somewhat attractive, as one has been subconsciously programmed to believe. Now, these ASMR sounds, I'd like to remind you of your power, of your worth, of your infinite abundance by you being your eccentric self. Oh, the entertainment. It's legal if the cat does it right. Oh, hysterical. Seriously though, who decided that this land is my land and this land is your land for this price tag? Who's to say? Only you are to say what your worth is, and some of you may know the true worth of this. Right now, we are allowing this to rule our population. And for allow the thing that you're using right now, that steel, that electromagnetic energy, that is, yes, presently allowing us to come together, no matter where we are in the universe. That's so funny. It's unfortunate, though, these things, these monies, do you not know the worth of this? Do you know how many people would kill? Literally, attempt to take a life and sacrifice. Do you not see the sacrifice you do every single day, the way that you spend your time, your energy? Do you not know your worth? Do you not know your purpose? Or are you chanting namaha? Namaha means it's not about me. It's very important to me to make a difference. And the ways that I have made a difference in my life is by making myself laugh and making myself enjoy and giving myself permission to be the authentic self and to be childlike and to play and to allow myself to grow by experimenting what brings me happiness, what serves me joy. What serves me honor? What serves me disgrace and humility and shame? Who else but I to assist in serving myself bravery? It takes courage to take control of your own mind and especially your own subconscious. What turns you into a monster? What is your worth? What is the price of your life? How are you choosing to invest your time? How are you spending your time? Is it worth it to you to plant a tree? Is it worth it to you to love a living thing that can never speak? Must you have constant attention and use your steel devices and allow your hearts to become so steel, so stagnant, so cold, so separated from one another? Much like me being stuck eating the lipstick off my teeth. Must we be so fake? What's wrong with being eccentric, with being different? What's wrong with giving ourselves permission to invest appropriately? Isn't sharing caring? Have we forgotten how nice it is to just sit in silence and eat amongst one another? Have we forgotten the true worth? What kind of world are we turning to? What are we allowing? All the subconscious trauma through the childhood, all of the science that we know and still his story repeats. It's a mockery in the media. What is happening? Have you not seen the movie Clockwork Orange and truly understand? There's so many subconscious ways that this was programmed and shown to you how it was possible. And now we have all of these amazing scientific journals and things that properly, elaborately describe the truth that many of us feel. Though some of you are so disconnected and in touch with steel, you have forgotten what it's like to read a book. Some of you have never even learned what it means to hold the hand of one another. Some of you want to be so controlling and demand that I hold this hand, or that I earn this, or I do that. Sometimes it seems like this is all you care about. What's its worth if we are not spending it appropriately? We have the finances and the education, and we choose not to clean our water. We choose not to clean our air. We choose not to clean our food. Why is our food owned by the top pesticide companies such as Bayer and Monsanto? Why? Did they not make the drug named Zyklon B? I'm not understanding. Why must there be so much disharmony and disgrace? Where is the faith? Where is the belief in yourself and your own power to change the own world? Will you not plant a tree? Will you not see the documentation? Must I name the title of Agenda 21? I'm not much into plugging and referencing things, even if being commissioned, especially if being commissioned. I am not a liar. I would never enjoy to stand beside and behind and in front of something that I didn't stand for. Hence, the power in our own personal existence. Not that it is our job to destroy one another. How many times must I approach you to end the order through chaos? To end, divide, and conquer. Why must everything be so desensitized and desexualized? Can we not exist amongst one another with compassion and understanding and respect? Your behavior, it speaks for itself. How can you expect to receive anything if you don't put out? This is my American tax dollars. I have to pay this to the IRS. And yeah, a lot of us don't think that that's fair. Though some would say, are we not safe here? Is this worth something? Is that connected? Does anybody really understand? Politics to me is like pro wrestling. I've been professional wrestling since I was about 15 years old. And frankly, sometimes I'm tired of fighting. I will fight for peace. I will fight for my deep rest. And I know I must earn it by being an earnest, good person. Those who do not heal the subconscious cannot sleep at night. Those who do not treat themselves with love do not sleep at night. Do you know how dehydration causes insomnia? Do you sincerely believe that you need that little of water? Do you not know the intensity that you must drink until your urine is clear? Are you not aware? I am okay with being here for you if you need me. There's nothing I love more than being of great assistance. However, as stated, my time and my energy is sacred, and there are many who depend upon me. So I continue serving and doing my part in giving away everything I can for free. I have this little poetry that I've been working on, where I jokingly stated, yet my little girl self or my inner kid wishes for that dream husband that would truly accept the full authentic me and be okay with being a fool with me, a fool in love with me. To be together forever, right? Now back to the story of love and free will. I made a poem that went something like, if you honestly let me, I would name our child Love, so that she could teach the world what love is. so that just by her being, that it would speak for itself. Because love would always remember that the enemy is fear. And that's the only thing keeping her from herself. Something along those lines. It was a lot more like cute, I'd like to say. And I'm kind of nervous attempting to reflect on this personal aspect that I made up in my own personal meditation, that I have chosen to share these great writings from the great divine as I become a vessel and open myself up and channel that purely, instead of it being all about me, my ego, the I, that I want to say what goes instead of allowing what flows. I surrender to my place and my purpose. I understand, I see, I grow. I later on made a joke that if I had a boy, I would name him Free Will. So he would also know that he is always free and it's up to his will. I had an imagination that I would change it to Free Spirit. And then if it didn't have to be about our family lineages since it was new, Free Spirit will love, and then her name would be Love Will Be Free. Though so many people are afraid and so wanting to control everything, and they forget how to comfort. They don't know how to be with themselves. They don't know how to be loving. They don't know how to be sweet, nurturing. They don't like taking care of themselves. Some don't know how to take care of the self unless they have someone else to take care of. Kind of like a co-addicted relationship. Can you hold yourself? Does it hurt? Is it uncomfortable? Does it feel awkward? Or is it warming? Do you have your own back? Are you your own best friend? Are you your only friend? Are you paying attention to why or what's going on? Why won't you be like me and talk to the trees, the birds, the breeze? Can you understand the synchronicity? Can you understand the mathematics of Fibonacci? I find it fascinating and intoxicating. There's nothing more I long for than those feelings when it's like we are together. Ultimate yoga, sadhana. I feel it all the time. And still I'm constantly yearning for like this human divine intervention, or I become as one with a partner and build a dream life that I have had since a child. Though the way the world is going, it does not feel safe to generate this childlike dream. So several times I have thrown in the towel and just given up on that calling that I so desperately longed for. True affection, true romance, true to die for affection. Though I mean with permission. That means that I welcome it. Please understand the great trauma that has been surrounded us all as a cloak. For we have forgotten our name. We have forgotten our date, our time, our calling. Many choose to disconnect. Many choose to self-destruct, to smoke, to drink, to get lost in virtual, augmented realities. To be fake and narrating and connecting with the communities. There's you, the constant you, the witness. As many of you know, I don't do this for this. So the ongoing joke is, I'm just trying to feed my cat. Y'all know where it's at. Everybody needs to eat. How can I give if I have nothing to give? And sometimes I give way too much and I don't know when to quit. And then there's those who take advantage and take for granted what I do and what I've done in order to earn my place in this heaven on earth. We are in the Garden of Eden. Where are all the roses amongst us? Where is the passion to grow and to have life? Do you not notice that the way that you take care of the plants is a reflection how well you take care of yourself? Are you aware of the nutrients that you need? Much like different plants and different blood types. Do you not care to spend any time researching? It just frustrates me and it makes me want to beg and plead. Please save our planet by saving yourself. Do not take yourself out. Do not believe in yourself. You worry so much, you literally make everything you're afraid of happen because you allow yourself to be so disconnected from the truth, your feelings, and the reality of the outside world. Don't pretend like you are so separate. You are one of us. You have the power to show us love and to show us how, instead of adding to the chaos and the destruction and to the cries. How are you choosing to use your voice? Is there love? Is there sadness? This little hair is so sneaky. I know. I couldn't help myself. I had a tickle. Sometimes that tickle is my ego. And it wants to take over and wants to tell me what to do. Like rip up all of these. I just don't like being a slave for money. I believe that we all have a place and an order, and it doesn't have to be all about that. If you are a painter, paint freely. Don't wait for me to give you this. I promise. Visualize this. Close your eyes and honestly visualize this. I say close your eyes. If you're opening your eyes, close your eyes. Seriously though, can you handle to go within? Can you handle this guided meditation? I'm going to give it for free. I just need you to stay with me with your eyes closed. Those of you that are keeping your eyes closed, I want to say good job. Great job. Not everybody has the power to listen and to care about themselves like this. So allow me to join you. Now use this sound to picture and visualize. How do you want to make this? And I don't mean take it. Seriously, if you could earn it. Earnestly tell God right now. Tell us, tell you, tell the world. What would you like to do? You can't just sit still and watch TV. I mean, they're not really paying for that. Instead, they're stealing your consciousness, and the price you pay is your sanity and your happiness. So please, attempt to be a kid again. And even figure out, just drop this whole thing. What makes you happy? What makes you want to breathe? What gives you power? What serves you? What serves the whole? What's your part? What do you see that we can't see? If you'd like to open your eyes now, you can. If you'd like to stay deep in meditation, please feel free to do so and follow my voice. Sometimes showing your personal grief to others lets them feel like they're not so alone. And sometimes they don't know how to be with their grief, though when they see their grief in front of them through somebody else, they know exactly how to act and how to be. So if you see yourself, please be yourself for somebody else. Be that somebody you never had. That's a way that you can show love, because you have a deeper understanding of life through the price that you paid of your life to walk the path that you have to become the waymaker, the path shower, trailblazer, Excuse my stuttering. Some of my words are inspired by Karen Neverland. She's one great healer that I've had great pleasure working with. I would not plug her should I have not had my own personal enjoyment with her, and I wish so much to continue working with her. I would enjoy to be a great student of hers. I think we could both trade a lot of great teachings and wisdom. Now please allow me to switch namaha. It's not about me, back to center. So please, can we focus here? Do not allow my tone to alarm you or disarm you. In some levels, perhaps that is the highest intention, is to arm you with consciousness and awareness and instilling power into breath and into sequence with your ability to choose, to see, to understand, to love and grow with me. If you abandon me, we can see this as a reflection of you choosing to abandon yourself, because I am you in a different body having a different experience. It's your choice to choose to be loving and sharing and caring, or hateful. There are many other words for that: fearful, tearful, separated, illusion. It's so fantastic. So fantastic. So this is my current spot. I'm like, why you gotta be a girl and why you gotta be like that? Why does it gotta be like that all the time? I feel like I just got bit by my own joke. You know how I'm always making jokes like, why does it always gotta be so sexual? Though as Heather says from Sphere, my Reiki master, all energy is sexual energy. And as I say, none of us would be here without that energy. And it's so funny because exactly there's all these dualities. And personally, I've been exercising brahmacharya, also known as celibacy. And I've been saving myself for something I call true love. And sometimes it is painful and longing for that true love, that true companionship that has nothing to do with you buying me anything. I mean, I guess they've made it so we have to buy food now, right? So maybe loving me does cost something. Isn't it strange the kind of world and way that we have built when we have all the power to be as one? Maybe you can choose to come together with your friends and do something a little bit different. Maybe having dinners together instead of making it so awkward with the opposite sex. Or even with the same sex. Notice what parts you reject. That might be what you need to be with most. If you are alarmed by your subconscious or you need a friend and a companion, I would be happy to be of service. I am currently working in Casadega, Florida as a counselor or a minister, if you will, doing psychic and intuitive readings. I'm very empathic. At times, I felt like I was so cursed and so miserable to be here and be myself because no one understood or saw or felt the way I did. And I was so lonely. And now, I see, I feel, I understand my digits. I am like a bug. They are my feelers. And it is a pleasure to feel and be the so-called animal and monster that I am. I love to write. I love to create. I love to swim. I love to be dramatic and to express myself in, like, I want to say cosmetic ways. Costumes and like fake hairs, instead of having to like drastically change myself like naturally. It's more fun to do it the other way. And yeah, our looks are temporary, and like the beauty on my face right now is just like the socially conditioned narrative of like, in order for women to seem beautiful, they need mascara and eyeliner and lipstick. Like, where do we learn that? I don't know. I just noticed that like I definitely feel better about myself. Some people like me with no makeup because they can see my true self without me masking. They can tell when I'm really upset, because sometimes they actually really care. I'll tell you this, those are rare. Though those are my family, and I don't mean blood. Some of you know and understand we share the same breath. I imagine this is the time where I would plug and encourage you to send something for my time, for my energy. Though another part of me just wants to laugh and say, ha ha ha, do something better than that. Send it to someone who really you feel deserves it. If it's not I, someone better than me, is it you? Will you get yourself a massage? Will you buy yourself organic food and stop buying sugar and drinking all the time? Or whatever your form of expression of self-hate is expressing itself. If you're having issues with that, I encourage you to send a donation for my time, so you can encourage me that you are invested in your personal healing and value my time and my energy, or I can serve you everything in the truth and love you in ways that you are struggling to love the self. If you're able to accept and recognize where you need healing, this will help. A lot of people haven't come that far. A lot of people say, I'm healed, as they continue to fight and chew on ankles and be rude and hurtful and don't know how to love. I'm always looking for love. I'm so moved by it when I see it. I think it's one of the most beautiful blessings on the planet, and one of the ways that it is expressed is, ever see in animals, like of different breeds, I'm nervous, where like cats and ducks are cuddling, or like things like that, like the way nature, works itself out. It has compassion. I understand sometimes it's brutal. Sometimes there truly isn't a choice. Sometimes you're just so disconnected from yourself and your feelings. It's horrible. I feel like that's what I'm great for, is being an empath and helping you see yourself and being the reflection. Making sure that you notice everything that you hate and you can't stand. Namaha. It's not about me. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I enjoy serving. I enjoy serving joy the best that I can. Then when I'm in this like chaotic circumstances, and there's these constant forces of nature, man, forcing its will instead of listening and feeling and using thy senses, thy gifts from thy heaven. There must be true forgiveness, true understanding, true love and affection without sexual attachment. And sometimes sexual attachment can just be what some would define as root chakra. money, survival, the authentic self. I'm still learning all these symbolisms of colors, and I'm so thankful for those of you who have been granting my wishes. Wow. I'm grateful to be alive and to make it this far, and God only knows how much time we all have left. I feel so blessed. I'm sorry sometimes I'm not the greatest at showing my true emotion, especially when I have been subconsciously trained by MK Ultra to hide and to keep my secret, my emotions, on lock or on shutdown. And I just won't have it. I have chosen to win, to love myself. And the way that I do that is by brushing my hair, by playing with Trina and telling her that she's beautiful and she's special, and playing dress up with her and taking her to get her hair cut and treating her the way that basically parents take care of her. And now she must be that grown up for herself, and sometimes her little self, it does not want to go outside or do anything. It doesn't even want to eat sometimes. She'd rather sleep and stay under the covers and stay in her dreams forever, because sometimes there it's better than what's out here. And I'm asking all of you, please, if you can't pay me so that I can keep paying the price of life, pay dues with respect, with understanding. There's so much more I could forever go. So again, only God knows when it's time to go. I believe I have given enough. Thank you so much for allowing me to share with you what I have received. Again, if you would like personal time and energy, please be mindful of your duty to others, especially if you're holding expectation. Be kind, be loving. Generate wealth and infinite abundance. Give yourself permission to receive how you choose. Honestly, what makes you smile? Life is so short. Do not stress yourself out and fry out your nervous system. Be mindful of your mind, how much it can take and process and be with. Use your intelligence wisely. Be mindful, truly understand the yogis and their patterns. Why do you think these exist? Why do you think they promote pratyahara? If you are clueless what this means, please spend your time investing in you and your knowledge. You do not need me. Again, my time and energy is very limited. I can only do my best, and I will continue to do my best. Thank you so much for listening to this ASMR and giving yourself permission to dream and think about your true hopes and dreams instead of feeling so guilty and being so weak. I am proud of you for being brave. Brave enough to be yourself. Brave enough to give it away. Brave enough to be loving. Brave enough to court one another. You can be so distracting, I cannot help, though, but love you. There's nothing I love more. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. Have a nice day. Peace.